And when you don't have someone, when you don't have someone that is saying positive things to you, it's easy to fall back in
It's Vito, baby.
Rock me, baby.
Well, how do you like it?
Yeah. Honestly, I can tell that you're frustrated. Been a minute since you dated. Oh, you don't know. Oh, sometimes you can act like a bitch, but I know you don't mean it. I know you don't mean it. You just need some TLC, TA. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Let me know, let me know. I know girls can never say they want it. Girls can never say now. Shawty just tell.
Hi guys, it's Candy and welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately. I've been going through some things, so I kind of fell back off of that for a while. But today I decided to do a video with you guys. I'm not really going to be ranting, but I'm more so going to be just talking about certain situations and giving you guys some advice on it, because I know I'm not the only one that has been in situations like these ones. Okay. And then also, you guys, I'm going to be putting out some new content really soon. Like I said, I have been going through some things, so excuse that, but I will be back like I never left. Okay. Also, you guys, if you don't know already, I do have a second page. It's with me and my husband. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna keep that page or not, but we do have about 3 videos up. If you guys want to go see it, you could definitely go and check the videos out. The name of the channel is Elston Loves Candy. I'll leave it in the description box below, and you guys can go ahead and check out those videos. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about a topic of jealousy. Now, the reason why I decided to talk about this topic is because I've been going through a lot of things in my life pertaining to people being jealous of me. And jealousy is a very dangerous emotion. It can cause you to lie. It can cause you to manipulate and do things that you probably wouldn't do usually. And I had to step back for a second and I had to really think about why I'm being handled this way. And one thing that I came up with that stuck in my mind was that I'm under attack. The devil has been attacking me. When the devil sees that you're trying to change and you're trying to be a better person and you're trying to move different and you're trying to do this and you're trying to do that, he'll send anybody he can to attack you. And one thing that I learned is that thieves don't break into empty houses. So if the devil is after me, it's because he's trying to put out my light. And, sometimes the devil will use, your coworkers. They will use your husband to hurt you. They will use your friends to hurt you. If they don't have that strong mindset or sense, then they can be easily manipulated and think that they're doing the right thing, and they're dead wrong. And it's really sad. It can be really lonely to be in a position like that where you're constantly having to defend yourself by yourself. And me being a woman and me being a mother, a single mother of 4, it's very hard. And when you see things, being another woman or being another man, you step up and you say something, because you never know what the next person might be going through in that very given moment. Sorry, you guys. I'm really emotional right now because I'm frustrated. So, there's been a lot of situations that I've been put in that I feel like I've done a really good job at not feeding into it or even keeping my composure. But there's also been times where I feel weakened. I feel weakened because you fight and you're supposed to let the devil, not mess with you. You're supposed to fight that through prayer. But sometimes when you feel like you have no one and you're fighting as hard as you can, it's hard to do that. It's hard to stay focused. You guys got to be careful because you could be sleeping with the enemy. You need to be careful. A title does not mean anything. Now, there was this one particular situation, and I'm telling you guys this because I know that I'm not the only person that's out there that might be going through these things, that might need some advice or might feel like they're alone. But you guys, you are not alone. You are not alone. I understand. I've been going through this my entire life, except now that I am in my adult years, it's gotten worse for me because I have a lot to lose. And when you keep poking at somebody that's trying to change and trying to do better and better themselves and be a better person, it gets hard because the devil is after you that much more because he doesn't want that for you. And that's why I pray for strength all day. I pray no matter what I'm doing, I'm praying, whether it's in my head, whether it's out loud, I'm praying because I need that. God is my only protection. And there are so many people perpetrating frauds that will come in your life and make you feel like they're the only answer. They're the only one that love you. And it's not true. When you have someone that sees you and they see something in you, sometimes that can be intimidating. But the bad thing about jealousy and letting that jealousy control your actions is another thing. It could be anything. And sometimes I look around and I say, I don't even have anything. Why are these people so jealous? It's because what's on me. I have favor over my life. And that will attract a lot of devils. That will attract a lot of people that pretend that they love you and they really don't love you. They really don't love you. And it could be a very lonely place to be in. But I try not to think too hard about that because I get very emotional, thinking about that, being alone. And I have been going through a lot of different things and just dealing with it all by myself because I have no one. And that gets very hard. It gets very hard. I've changed a lot since I got down here. If you guys don't know, I was in an abusive relationship for 14 years. I went through a lot of heartache and pain. I went through a lot of physical and mental abuse with that relationship. And it took me a really long time to try and reprogram my mind. And I had to do that through prayer. I had to do that with changing certain behaviors so that I don't fall back into it. But when you got somebody that's triggering you, that's pushing you and pushing you and pushing you and pushing you, and they're saying verbally with their mouth that they care and they love you and they want the best for you, but with their actions it's saying something different. If they don't match, then guess what? It's not true. If your actions does not match your words, it means nothing. And I'm a good woman. I know this for a fact. If my mama didn't do enough things right in her life, she raised me to be a good woman. And it took me a long time to realize that because I was stuck. I had been told so long that I'm this or that I'm that or that I'm this by so many different people that it started to get in my subconscious. I started to believe it. over time. And when you don't have someone that is saying positive things to you, it's easy to fall back in. It's easy to fall back in and think that you are those things. But I look at myself every single day, even when there's nobody telling me that I'm worth something, that I am special, that I deserve better, that I deserve more. Because I am wonderfully made. And you have to tell that to yourself, and you have to believe it. Because there are people in this world that don't mean you well. And it can break you if you're not strong enough. It can literally break you. And you cannot let anybody do that to you. I've been through a whole lot of stuff in my life that's gotten me so much stronger, that has made me rethink who I allow in my space, who I allow to know the real me. Because it's a lot of snakes out here, you guys. People will pretend. They'll pretend to care. They'll pretend to love you. They'll pretend when the whole time they're jealous. And I learned this a long time ago. I learned not from someone telling me, but I learned from experience. A listening ear is a gossiping mouth. And you be careful who you vent to. Because everybody ain't for you. Everybody is not for you. Even if the only one you have to talk to is God, then that's who you talk to. Because this is a scary place. It is a scary place to be in when you feel alone. You know, when you want somebody to talk to that genuinely cares, that genuinely wants to hear you, that genuinely is listening to you. It can be really hard. And you got to watch how you treat people, because you could be cutting off your own blessings. That you never know what the next person is going through. You know, just because I sit and I'm quiet and I sit in my corner and I mind my business, you never know what's going through that person's mind. You never know what they're battling. You never know if they're talking themselves off of a ledge. You don't know. And that's why it's even that more important to watch your surroundings, whether it be your spouse, your boyfriend, your family members, your co-workers. It doesn't matter who it is. He will work through anybody. And God has a way of bringing vengeance on people. And they don't even realize what they're getting themselves into. I'm not near perfect. I try to change things about myself. I try to be a good woman. I try to be a good mother. I try to be a good friend, a good sister. But everybody does not deserve that. They don't deserve it. And I can't give all of me and keep nothing for myself and expect it to function regularly. That's not how that works. I've had knives in my back. I've had people lie on me. I've had people don't even know why they don't like me. They're just jealous. and don't even know how far you've come to get to where you are. They're jealous. Jealousy is a dangerous emotion. It can cause you to do some things that you probably would not normally do. But that is a personal issue within yourself that you have to deal with. I look at myself in the mirror every day. I've been me for 35 years. I'm nowhere near perfect. I am flawed. I know I'm not the most beautifulest person in the entire world. I know that there are people that's prettier than me, that's thicker than me, that's smarter than me. I am not in competition with anyone. I am in competition with the person that I was yesterday. And sometimes, people will see you and see your grind and see your hustle and they're jealous. And that's just what it is. And we cannot control other people's actions. We can only control our own. So, in certain situations, I'm not going to mention this person's name, but, if you have someone, you're in a work environment and this person is calling you the B words and cursing at you and doing this, that, and the third for no reason at all. And you've never done anything to this person. You've only tried to be nice to this person. You're trying to help this person make money by telling them which calls you called, which calls is already called, and they're doing all these things. And your reaction to that is to not react how you usually would, then you're making progress. And the fact that the devil is using these people to try and pull the old me out of the new me lets me know that I'm doing something right. Even if I don't get reassurance that I'm doing something right. Even if the person I love, even if the person that hates me, even if the strangers, no matter who it is, even if they're not letting you know that you're doing something right, I'm here to tell you that you are. And that the devil doesn't want you to make progress because there's something special in you. And I'm going to tell you guys a story. During the duration of that relationship in my domestic violence video, I left a lot of stuff out because I'm writing a book. But this particular part I don't plan on putting in my book, but I am going to share it with you guys. I was in a really dark place. I was very depressed. I was starting to believe the things that this person was telling me. I was hurt. My self-esteem was non-existent. I didn't smile anymore. I felt like the ugliest person walking the planet. That's how I felt. And this person reassured me that I was. He, with his actions, with his words, he reassured me. These feelings are valid because you are. And I had got to a point where I no longer wanted to live. I did not want to live. And even though at the time I had 3 kids that I had to live for, I couldn't be a mother to them like that. I couldn't. And I saw the only way out of that would be suicide. And I had actually gotten to the point where I had made my mind up that this is what I was going to do. And I had taken all these pills. This person watched me take the pills, didn't care, hoped I died. And I prayed that I wouldn't wake up. I said, God, just let me go. I don't want to be here. I'm in pain. I can't live like this. And I took 20, 30, 40 pills. I lost count. I don't even know how many pills they were. And I just shut my eyes and I was waiting to die. And during that process, when I was asleep, and I really thought, this is it. I'm not going to wake up. I did. And I remember throwing up pools of blood, just vomiting blood. And I'm like, okay, maybe this is the start of my demise. Maybe this is me dying. Maybe this is me dying. And the person that I referred to in my domestic violence video, he didn't really care. I said, I'm throwing up blood. And he's like, oh, whatever, go back to sleep. And I kind of had my head on the toilet. And I sat there for hours just throwing up blood. And I was for sure that night was going to be the night that I was not here anymore. And I didn't die, you guys. I don't know how I'm still here. I don't know why God allowed me to still be here. I don't know how my kidneys is still functioning. I don't know. I didn't go to the hospital. The only person that knew that I took those pills was that person. And he didn't tell anybody either. I didn't tell a soul. And I just wonder why God kept me here. And it wasn't until a couple years later, when my mom passed away from cancer, that I realized why I'm still here. And sometimes it takes those things to make you see that God has a greater purpose for you. Even if nobody else sees it, it is hard, but you can do it. I came through a lot of stuff. I came through a lot of things that should have taken me out of here. And I am still here. I have the biggest heart on the planet. I would do anything to help anybody. But one thing that I cannot do is allow anyone to hurt me and disrespect me and to make me feel like I'm less than what I am. Because I know I'm more. Because I know I'm special. And even though it hurts me to have to walk away from certain situations, but if that's what I have to do, then that's what I have to do. There is no other way. And I don't know why God puts us through things, but I do know that everything has a purpose, no matter what it is. Every lesson, there's a reason for it. I wish that I knew, but faith, when it comes to faith, it doesn't work that way. You have to trust. You guys have to trust that what God is doing is for a reason. Even if it hurts. Even if you have to do things that you don't want to do. Because you're worth more. Because you're special. Because you're wonderfully made. And nobody has the right to hurt you. I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know if there's somebody that's going through something like I am. But you are wonderfully made. No matter what anybody tells you, no matter how you feel inside, you are wonderfully made and you have a purpose to be here. And don't let anybody tell you anything different. Keep working toward change. Because thieves don't break into empty houses. And if you weren't worth something, the devil will not be after you. Keep going. Keep pushing. Because there's a prize on the other side of this. I don't know what it is. But there's a prize. And he would never put more on you than you can handle. And I tell myself that every day. That it's not going to be like this forever. There's something that's going to be better. And sometimes the people we have around us, we think they're supposed to be there and they're not. They're not supposed to be there. And I want to leave you guys with this. If you're going through something, even if your relationship with God is not at its best, even if you're doubting, even if you feel like God doesn't hear you, He does. Every single tear that you drop, He's counting it. And it means something to Him. Even if it means nothing to anybody else in this world, it means something to Him. And you keep doing what you're doing because it's going to pay off. And all those people that hated you, that made up lies about you, that tried to trigger you and torment you, that try to bring you down to their level because they are terrified of you. They're terrified of your success. They're terrified of every single good thing that you have inside of your body. Because jealousy is a dangerous emotion to have. It does not matter. Because they cannot stop your blessings. They cannot stop anything that God is doing with you. It's something special in you. And don't let anybody take that from you. I do appreciate you guys listening to this video. Do not worry about me. Everybody goes through things. And they go through rough patches. And the only thing I'll tell you to do is just pray. Pray for me. Because it's not easy. It's not an easy walk. And it's hard to not go back to what you were when you're trying to change who you are now. Don't let them push you back. You just keep moving forward. And whoever is not supposed to be there will not be there. No matter who that person may be. It does not matter. You keep being who you are and you keep moving forward. And there's a blessing in it. And there's nothing no devil on this earth can stop that. That's why they hate you. Not because you're not enough, because they're not enough. Because they envy you. And you keep that in mind and you keep praying and you keep pushing and you keep striving. Because there's a blessing in every single thing. God wants us to change, you guys. Don't let anybody get that type of reaction out of you and remove yourself from people that trigger that. Because we're human, we're in the flesh. So when we're triggered, it's hard to step away. So you remove those people, no matter who they might be. They could be a family member, they could be a spouse, they could be anybody. Remove those people. They are toxic. And they will stop your blessings. We are in the flesh. It's only so much that we can take. And it says that in the Bible. Remove yourself from those people permanently. And you keep doing what you're doing, you guys. You guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate you guys listening and tuning into this video. Again, you guys, do not worry about me. Just pray for me. Thank you.